Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this one. This is my Monaco Chrome 3 review and my Spanish Chrome 3 predictions. Obviously, again, quick turnaround in Chrome 3s. So, we saw Lando Norris win the Monaco Chrome 3. Not an exciting race at all, as expected. As expected, it wasn't an exciting race at Monaco. You see, you can't overtake at Monaco at all. It was just more of a train pile up for the whole race. In this race. And it was more about strategies. It was more about, obviously, we saw 2 pit stops at Monaco for the first time, because it has changed from 1 to 2 to try and change Corn 3 up to see if anything can make a difference, and it made no difference really, let's be real. Still wasn't an exciting Corn 3 at all. Lando Norris obviously ended up winning the Corn 3, comfortably in the end, even though it was only 1 lap that he won it by comfortably, because he was behind Max Verstappen. Then Max Verstappen decided to pit for his second pit stop near the end of the race. Max Verstappen wouldn't have mattered if he didn't pit or not, he would have still finished 4th. I think Max Verstappen was just playing mind games, trying to hold Lando Norris off in terms of thinking about the championship as well. Allowing Charles Leclerc to try and... Well, he's hoping Charles Leclerc would make the move on Lando Norris to try and help Max in the championship, but it didn't work at all. So, Lando Norris, big win for him. He needed to win this race for me to get himself back in the confidence, get his confidence back in the race for the Drivers' Championship for me. Because he does now rapidly close the gap now on his teammate Oscar Piastri, who didn't have a great weekend in Monaco. But I don't think he suited Monaco today, Piastri. I think Piastri will suit the next Grand Prix Spain again, in my opinion. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari, like I said, they had the car for the Monaco Grand Prix. They did have the car. Decent result for Charles Leclerc, at least finishing on the front row in his home Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, he did well in the Grand Prix. He did well in the race. He is one of the best drivers. Looking after his tyres. Good strategy as well. Ended up finishing 5th after starting 7th. Isaac Hadjar, wow, his double strategy was brilliant for me. He had a fantastic strategy, Isaac Hadjar. Consistent, solid race from him. Keeps on impressing in F1 so far. Isaac Hadjar, he finishing in 6th. Esteban Ocon, fantastic Grand Prix from him. Fantastic weekend for him. Great qualifying. A solid race from him, finishing in 7th. Great weekend from Liam Lawson as well, who did well in qualifying as well. And a great race as well. Finally stolen points as well. Liam Lawson, who did start off at Red Bull and got with Pierce. And finally got up to Dia now in terms of the race and Bull's car, which is good to see. And nice double points then from Williams and from Albon and Sainz, both getting the points as well. Obviously, we saw both Mercedes, Russell and Anthony, both had a bad qualifying weekend. So, yes, we will. They weren't really going to make up much positions really in the race, the both of them. Russell did that. I think Russell did that penalty for overtaking. I think it was Albon off track and not giving the position back. This is what I'm saying though. We saw it during the Grand Prix where it's very hard to brake. Yes, we will. Very hard to brake, and sometimes drivers just shut the doors as well. Shut the doors, and they end up crashing, like we saw with Dadzie, who got a DNF where he crashed into the barriers after Sonoda closed it off. Yes, we will. I don't know what Dadzie was doing. I felt that was Dadzie's fault for me, because Sonoda had that line for me, and he closed the door. Simple as that. But yeah, Mercedes had a bad weekend, bad qualifying. That really cost them the race, really, having a bad qualifying. It was all about damage invitation for them. So, a bad weekend for Mercedes in Monaco. But I think they there will be massive improvement in Spain for Mercedes, so stay tuned for that. Ollie Berman actually did well, to be fair. Considering he started back from the grid, he actually made up the positions up to 12th. Toro Pinto 13th, Bottas 14th, Jan Stroll 15th, Hulkenberg 16th, Tsunoda 17th. Alonso had power unit issues, that's why he DNF'd as well. And obviously does see DNF with that racing incident with Yuki Tsunoda. And obviously Bortoleto and Antonelli had a bit of a racing incident. I think it was leading off start of the Corn 3 where Bortoleto made the move on the outside of Antonelli in that tight round corner, and then Antonelli made the move on the inside of Bortoleto, which caused Bortoleto to crash into the barriers. But at the end of the day, it's a racing incident for me. Racing incident. I mean, fair play for making overtakes at Monaco. I think, yeah, this is the thing. Sometimes you need to be brave at Monaco. Try and risk it. It's like a 50-50 whether it pays off or not. So, and yeah, that was pretty much it in terms of the race. So, what it means for the drivers, Piastri's now got a 3-point lead after Norris touched down at DAP. Max Verstappen is 25 points behind Oscar Piastri. George Russell, after having a bad weekend, the DAP on him closes after Charles Leclerc. Closes that DAP to 20 points to George Russell. Hamilton, I think Hamilton overtook. I think Hamilton overtook Anthony, but if not, Hamilton, he picked up some dud points as well. Antonelli is 7th, Albon in 8th, dud points for Albon again. Otto on 9th, Hadzer in 10th in driver standings. Stroll, Sainz, Tsunoda, Dansey, Hulkenberg, Berman, and Lawson have all stopped points. Fernando Alonso, Toro Pinto, and Bortoleto are the only drivers yet not to store points this season, along with Jack Doohan, of course. But Jack Doohan has now obviously been removed, so obviously it could have been better for Fernando Alonso, who did have a good qualifying. He was on course for a points finish, Fernando Alonso, but power unit issues cost him the race. In terms of Constructors' Championship, after that, McLaren are running away with the Constructors' Championship. You may as well say to McLaren, just keep the Constructors' title, because no one's catching them, let's be real, this season. But the battle for seconds hotting up between Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari, especially with Ferrari's double points in Monaco. Ferrari are now back in the mix for second. Williams are in 5th. I think Williams are pretty much safe in 5th place for me. While the battle for 6th is between Haas, Racing Bulls, and Aston Martin, who've made improvements to the car despite they're not finishing the points this weekend. Alpine in 9th and Sauber in 10th. But we now do head to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for the next Grand Prix. Obviously, 14 turns around the circuit, so quite a short circuit for me. They have made some adjustments to the circuit, as you do notice. Turns 12 to 13 have changed to 14s now. That big swinner now, isn't it? And you don't start finish straight, which is your best overtaking opportunity, where the DRS rear wing will open nicely, and you can easily get overtakes done on start finish straight. So there will be more overtaking action here in Barcelona than compared to Monaco. The other overtaking opportunity, you could say from turns 2 to 3 to 4 as well. We've seen overtakes happen there as well. You got turns 9 to 10, which is another overtaking opportunity, but it's a bit of a short one, isn't it? It's more of a short straight, but you can easily make a move. Easy make like a move, to be fair. So that's Circuit Barcelona. So in terms of the UK schedule, practice one's 12:30 to 1:30 on Friday the 30th of May. On the same day, practice 2, 4 PM to 5 PM. Then on the Saturday, we've got practice 3, half 11 to half 12. Then on the same day on Saturday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. for qualifying. And race start is 2 p.m. on the Sunday. The summary. So Barcelona is set up 2 halves with its run straight and miss the corners, earning it muscle reputation amongst drivers, exposing the flaws of strength of retard designs. Barcelona can be the ultimate test for all but the more advanced cars. Sets the setup then. Medium speed corner is crucial. Focus on your speed corner is also recommended. Focus cars, favours cars with stats focus on downforce. Swans Corn 3 as much as a technical test for your cars as it is and variation of your driver still. Swans to the high track possibleness, 2 pit stops will be necessary. Barcelona, but with a low chance of a safe car appearing, you have to get the time right rather than trust in luck. At this point in the season, your cars will be beginning to feel some strain, so take your time before the Corn 3 to repair any flattened parts. The higher plastic circuit will make it difficult to maintain tyre effectiveness if you push too hard, too early. Keep an eye on your tyre condition before they instruct their drivers to push as well. In terms of the weather, Friday, blue skies, but Saturday and Sunday, you may see rain in Spain, which would be quite unusual, especially for Spain. But it is a weather forecast. The weather forecast can be unpredictable, to be fair. Sometimes in-depth things want. But yeah, the rain in Spain would make it quite an exciting Form 3 and an unpredictable Form 3. So the circuit is a high downforce circuit. Circuit M 4.657 meters. First Form 3, 1991. Number of statistics, west distance 307.236 meters. South record set by Max Verstappen 1:16.330 in 2023 in the Red Bull. Safety car chance 25%. Pit lane time loss 25 seconds. In terms of obviously possible race strategies, the best one to do on is start on the softs, then go onto the mediums for your first pit stop, then maybe go back onto the softs. Obviously, start on the softs. The other alternative, start on the softs, go onto the hard, then maybe go back onto the softs again. And the other alternative strategy is start on the softs, go onto the hard, then go onto the mediums. Or if you want to do a free stopper, which isn't recommended, but start on the softs, go on the mediums, and go on the softs. In terms of our predictions, then completely different to Monaco. I think Oscar Piastri will get back. I actually think Piastri will get back to winning races this weekend in Spain. We've not really seen Lando Norris win. Or have we? No, yeah, we have seen Lando Norris win back-to-back Form 3s, haven't we? I'm pretty sure we have. But yeah, has he done it when he's under pressure, though? That's the thing. That's the thing about Norris. I think Piastri, it should suit Piastri this weekend. I don't think street circuits really suit Oscar Piastri, really. Let's be real. So I think Piastri will get back to his normal race this weekend. I think he will qualify in pole as well, towards. Apart from the Monaco Grand Prix, Lando Norris has struggled this season qualifying, while Piastri is a tin of qualifying as well. And when you see Piastri have that free air, it'll just pull away. It'll just pull away. And yes, friction does happen between Piastri and Norris. Max Verstappen, I think he gets back to normal ways as well after Monaco. I don't think we ever expected Verstappen to do well in Monaco. But I think he'll be back on the podium this weekend. I think he will suit Spain as well, Max Verstappen. So he'll be third. I think he'll be up there as well. Who knows? He could be on pole, Max Verstappen, and all of a sudden, that's where we do get exciting races where we see McLaren versus Max Verstappen. I think Mercedes would be back to normal. I think they'll get the points. I think they'll finish 4th and 5th. I think Ferrari will finish 6th and 7th, Hamilton. I think the two Williams drivers again will get in the points. I think Williams should have the car for Spain as well. And I think I'm going to go for come on, yes, go for the fives. Yes, go for Fernando Alonso to get in the points in his home Form 3 in Aston Martin. And yes, we will. Aston Martin have made slight improvements in the car as much as they are preparing for next season. So I think Alonso gets in the points as well. So then, but that's my Monaco Grand Prix through. And my Spanish Grand Prix predictions, obviously quite a short one because it was Monaco, let's be real. So feel free to leave your thoughts on the Monaco Grand Prix down below, and feel free to leave your Spanish Grand Prix predictions down below in the comments as well. So take care, stay safe, and see you later. Will Lando Norris make it back-to-back wins? Will Oscar Piastri get back to winning ways? Or will we see Max Verstappen get back to winning ways as well? Or will we see Mercedes or Ferrari potentially win the race this weekend? Obviously with the unpredictable weather forecasts.